Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, March 11th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I flow towards that which feels like expansion. So in any given moment, we are either expanding or contracting, and today is a day to work on that expansion energy. Now we're still, in the midst of that energy of the Sun conjunct Neptune, so still working on that vision, and yet today we are going deeper into the dark of the moon. Now, as the moon shifts into Pisces today, this is going to align the moon and some other potent connections over the next few days. Again, there's a lot of magic, even in the void, especially in the void, in fact. And so keep that in mind in this dark of the moon energy. And yet at the same time, it's also really good to be aware that this energy can bring up a lot of emotions. Now, one of the things that I'm noticing in the chart is that we have Ceres, a dwarf planet named Ceres, connecting with Chiron, which is an asteroid. Now, Ceres represents mother energy. So it could be issues that you have with your mother. It could be issues you have being a mother. Issues around mothering yourself. Basically, mother energy all around. Connecting with Chiron, which means there may be healing for it. And yet, a lot of times, being that, parents are part of our foundation, this energy can be very pervasive. It can be very deep. And so many of our issues actually do, come from this energy, or the father wound energy. Mother wound, father wound, it's definitely ingrained in us. So do be aware of any of that energy popping up through the day. Now, Pisces energy is beautiful because it does support us in compassion and forgiveness as we move through any energies. So compassion and forgiveness, have those along your side or by your side as you flow through. Another thing to always be aware of, even though this isn't astro energy, is we always have the opportunity to become our own parents. In fact, we're supposed to show up, as we get older for ourselves in that way. So with this, how can you offer yourself healing mother energy, even if you are processing challenging mother energy in so many different ways? It's not just about your mother. It even could be challenging mother energy around how you mother yourself. And you're like, I could have done better. This isn't about shaming yourself. How can you do better? In fact, with Aries energy, how can you take action? Showing up for yourself, being aligned in that. So compassion and forgiveness alongside of this. But just realize that as these energies come up, there is healing available for you, but it may come up. So there is that. Speaking of challenging energies, we're also going to have the moon and Mars squaring each other. So we have Mars and Gemini, stirring up those mental energies. Moon and Pisces. So squares have some resistance. Now, Mars is always ready, like in an instant, to be reactive. And so this could show up as emotional reactivity as we face this square. But the thing that I'm really feeling is we may experience, whether it's, outside experience or inside experience, that reactivity that's not wanting to connect to or listen to intuition energy. So it's really important to try to find that balance within yourself, listening to that intuition and not feeling like you just need to pop off or take action, feeling like it's so urgent. It almost feels like, whatever this is in the astro, but it almost feels like survival energy that's coming up. Maybe it's past life related. In fact, some past life survival stuff that may be popping up, making us feel like I have to act now, and even act in ways opposite of what our intuition would, encourage us into. So being very aware of that, taking the listening route. Gemini always supports the listening route, right? Taking that listening route with yourself rather than thinking that you need to knee-jerk reaction. But I always say, Moon and Mars can also bring up temper tantrum stuff, and so do be aware of that popping up as well. To finish up, we are also going to have the Moon in Pisces connecting to Uranus. Ooh, some lazy cat energy. And I think we could use that. It was very stimulating with the moon in Aquarius the last few days. And so hopefully this is going to be restful. But again, Uranus can trigger. So even though it's Taurus, Pisces energy working together, there may still be triggers coming up. Again, compassion, forgiveness are your best friends in this energy to support you. But besides that, keep focusing and trusting in the magic that's working behind the scenes. It's funny because I have the trust card and they have it right next to the control card. And I really feel like we kind of like find ourselves often waffling between these two energies. You know, the trust, but then like what do I need to do? And the universe is like, nothing. And the nothingness, like, that's not true. We have to find the alignment and act from there. But sometimes it is nothing. It is just being in that allowing. So I don't want to say that it's always nothing that we have to do, but sometimes, this feels specifically in this energy, it really is in the allowing. It is in the magician energy, in connecting to God universe, and projecting that vision and holding that energy and trusting it and believing the pieces will fall into place. You know, this is trust to the pieces falling into place, but this is the path in between there. So be aware of these energies. Be aware of that control energy coming up. Be aware of when you feel like you're in the void. Nothing's happening. It's not coming up. That place of pure potentiality, the void, the nothingness, pure potentiality is there. Anything can come from there. It's like, it's the womb. It's magical. And go back to that thinking, even as the challenges roll through. So I'm going to leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.